Welcome everyone to this session titled A Project Manager's Guide to Data-Driven Decision Making, to be presented by Vivek Patel. This session is hosted by the Project Management Association of Canada and sponsored by IPMA USA, Procept Associates, and Title Shift. We will post the links to our sponsors' websites in the chat window during the presentation. During the live presentation, please feel free to type any questions you have into our Q&A window. After the formal portion of the presentation, we will read out your questions for the speaker to answer. This presentation is also being recorded and will be posted later on YouTube for those who could not attend today. Okay, now let's get started. Momentarily, I'm going to turn things over to Vivek Patel. Over 20 years of experience in the business intelligence industry, combined with an engineering background, have enabled Vivek to develop hundreds of data-driven solutions to unique and complex business problems. His primary focus is to provide end-to-end business process automation solutions by designing applications that measure and provide insight, take action from insight, and automate workflows. Now over to you, Vivek. You can share your screen.
Sure, 1 second. Share. Are you able to see my screen now? Uh, can anybody confirm if you are able to see my screen?
I can see your
we can see
screen.
your screen now, but we're seeing it in the PowerPoint edit view, not the presentation view.
Yes. Okay, I'll start. Perfect. So I'll start by saying that, being a project manager, there are two types of project manager. Mainly, some of them are task driven, some of them are complete owner of the project. So today's our topic is going to be how we can monitor the project cost, multiple projects, and also drive tasks forward, so completion, and also give an update based on data to the business stakeholder and higher management. So I'll start by giving a little introduction. I'm BI lead at North American Construction, also uh, Power BI user group. So the tool I'm going to use today is going to be a Power BI to drive the data driven decision making. So I'm also user group leader for Power BI user group in Toronto, and Microsoft MVP for 6th year in a row. And I deliver Microsoft technology, BI related solution technology seminars all over the world uh, to promote the technology. And this is part of that as well. Today's presentation is going to be in a Power BI. So let's get started. So I'm going to quickly introduce Power BI, not Power BI capability, but why data? Why do we need to uh, uh, focus more on data than before? Is we have a data coming with the volume, velocity. We have more data, more volume. Also, it is coming faster, whether it is from Facebook, whether it is from your ERP system, whether it is from your project management system or project online. So it is a proliferation of the data. And in order to make a decision, we have ton of data. In order to make decision, we need to we ask question to data. It's not a gut feeling. You have to have data, you have to have meaningful logic applied to it. So normal question everybody as a project manager will be asking to the data: what happened in previous project? Why that this is logical steps to get insight. So why did it happen? What will happen? Can I predict that there will be delay in a project? Can I predict that my spend will be more than my forecasted? And what should I do? Until you don't have this type answer to this type of question, it is very difficult to take action. You have data now, you have insight, but in order to take action, you need to have a tool, or you need to have a data that gives you actionable insight into the data, and that that can drive the business behavior. So let us quickly, I want to start with giving you my data set is very simple, but I wanted to show it to you and explain so that when we create something or when we are trying to understand data, you have a perspective that what data I'm analyzing. So I have simple few columns that I'm going to use as my data set. You may have a different columns, but if you have a logic, I think by tomorrow you should be able to create your own report. And the good thing about this Power BI solution, what I'm going to explain that can drive your data driven culture, is it's 100% free. You don't have to pay for this application. It is free from Microsoft, the desktop application. So, and you will have links to download everything later on from the organizer. But we have a simple data set that we have project name, type, who is the project manager, what is my projected cost, completion, complexity, and start and end date. And the report we will be preparing, this is the report we will be preparing part of it, and then we will be making decision based on this report, and how interactive it is we'll be able to see at the end. So I have simple dashboard, that's project management dashboard, which captures the project data and gives us a view so that we can slice and dice data and make a decision. So very quickly, I'll start with the filters. So, we have multi-year project. We have in Eastern region, Northern region, South, West. So uh, those are the filters that will allow you to quickly filter the data so I can focus on one particular project or one area. And at the top is normally the KPI, that number gives us immediate improvement opportunity, correction opportunity, because if I'm going overboard under the project cost and all, that gives you the KPIs. And then on the left side we have a project completion rate, so what percentage of the project is completed. And then projects by manager, project benefits, project benefits and project cost by month, because we want to make sure that our benefits and project costs are aligned month to month or not. And the last one is just a dial KPI. So this was the overview of the project that we are going to walk through. So let us get into action now, and I will move this aside. So the way it is simple, like you have Excel spreadsheet and all. When you pull the data in Power BI and prepare something like this, it is highly interactive. So it's very easy to pull the data. I'm not going to go through entire process, but if you have in Excel, you click, you import the data, and then it is just like a blank. I'm going to open brand new page. And if I want to analyze, this graph, I want to create the graph I created here. I want to recreate that. All I have to do is just the graph, and here is my data. So month, I want to put it in the x-axis, and then I want to see my data, sum of project benefit versus sum of cost. So all I have to do is here, I put it in y-axis and sum of project cost. Now I have something data. When I look at the data here and I try to analyze my data, it is very difficult. But when you put it as a graph, it is highly interactive. You, as you go, it is clear, like the trend, at least for the whole year, that are I am is my cost on track or not. So that is the reason, from massive amount of ERP data and your project plan and all, when you make it simple as a graph, it is in a second you can compare 12 months, saying that, hey, good, I'm on target because my dark blue line is below the other one. So those type of decision, for the amount of data, you can make it very quickly. So let us try to understand that when you use data effectively, how it can benefit for you to make a decision. When you have a good decision, a good report, which is very simple to read, then how easy it is for us to make a decision. Say tomorrow, I'm going to collapse it so it is bigger. So tomorrow, say I have somebody from eastern region, maybe a VP from Eastern region, when they ask that, hey, I want to know, are we on track for Eastern region or not? Very simple. I click here, and if you notice, my all data here changes for that particular region. I can either take a screen capture, send an email and give them update. They will know right away that, okay, income generation is 35.26 million, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me go here, and I'm on track and good. No question asked. Within few seconds, because from massive amount of data, we simplified that data so our brain can digest very quickly. So this is one of the things that how effectively you are able to use the data. It is not only Power BI, this tool is so highly addictive once you start using. Is uh, I'll give you some examples. Say this is for Eastern region, and average completion for that is 87. But see how interactive it is. If I click on e-commerce business, as soon as I click here, it breaks down to the next level and it tells me, okay, my two projects are completed 100%, only one project 4 is 77. As soon as I click on warehouse, it gives me detail for warehouse. Let us go to the focus mode so we can focus on one particular visual. So it is just the matter of click and you get entire project output, multiple project in a single pane. I can get just by clicking all the project percentage complete you can get. Other thing, key thing to notice here is I'm in a eastern zone, but what if the I somebody asks that, okay, uh, can you give me update on Kamari's project? All I have to do is click on that and see, now I have filtered the data on Eastern region, but to the one project manager. And what is the progress for that? You can see that project manager has all the detail what you need to know, all the tasks, all the things that are related to that project manager, I'm able to filter. And not only that, if you notice here, those are not highlighted. So we can right away tell that that project manager stopped working in on the project in March, because after that there is nothing. And also what projects were there. Immediately within seconds, you can tell that, okay, this is only two projects have, and what are those projects? What if I get another project manager? In a second, I can analyze my data multiple the way I want. What if I want to know by complexity, how many projects I have with complexity? Boom, I click here, everything over there changes to my high complexity project. So this is why it is very critical to use a tool to our benefit, so that we can make a decision in a second. And this is not difficult to prepare, and I'm going to very quickly show you demo also, and we already created this. Now cosmetic wise, I can add all those uh, good thing by taking time, but I want to just show you very quickly that how easy it is to make use of your data when you are when you have access to the data, and how quickly you can create an interactive report for yourself, which is free. This tool is 100% free, Power BI by Microsoft. So let us continue very quickly. I wanted to add a slicers that are here. What I need to do, I move this a little bit aside. Let us add slicers here. And boom, one click. I want to know what is that field that I need to put. I can expand here and just select the region. So all I have to do is drop region. And now I can filter the data by region. You may ask that the other dashboard look very nice because it has a button and everything, like it is click 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 here. It is just a cosmetic thing. To change that, there are other options that you can do. We don't need to, like, I can make tile and it is like other. So I'm not going to be a good cost. I'm not going to prepare this dashboard for demo with the good uh, like colors and all. I want to show you how easy it is. That's the main purpose. And I want to show you the art of possibility to use your data. So I click here. You may see that I don't have numbers here. All you have to do is, okay, now I have numbers. How about I want to add a pie chart that is here? What do? I move this aside. I resize it the way I want so I can put picture together for the storytelling. I put it here and there is a pie chart. When I click on a pie chart, what I want, it was a project manager and count of completion percentage. So project manager is there. I just drop it there, and percentage completion, count of percentage completion. It's exactly same what we have over there, just the cosmetic wise colors are very bright, uh, and legends are there. If you want to remove legends, you can do that. How about, very quickly, I want to know this one. I want to add this dial, uh, the graph. So what do I do for that? uh, so I have to go here, add another one, this one, and I want to know what is the complexity. So I move here and complexity and count of project type. So project type, boom. Now it is not showing because it has gone here. I put it in a value and count of project type. And in second, I have whatever is there as well. How about at the top, you saw the KPIs, right? How difficult it is to add KPI. So very simple. Uh, just click here, 1, 2, 3. That is the KPI card. And that say, let us add the benefits. Boom, that is the number. Now I can customize the way I want, but say I want to working capital if I want to find out. I just copy here this, I copy and paste. So I have a complete replica of it. And then what I have to do is my some I can put any other KPI, maybe project cost in here. And now I have my project benefit, project cost here very quickly. Then you can go ahead and beautify the report. How about dials like this? I want to show the percentage completed or maybe onboarding. So very easy is just go back. There is a dial here. Boom, boom, and completion. Oh, it's not allowing me. Why it is not allowing me to drag? Oh, oh, good. So instead of this sum, I'm going to move it to the average so we get percentage. And now I have highly interactive dashboard that I can use it anytime. How about year slicer was also there. So I'm going to put it here, year also, so I can slice and dice by year, and year will be here. So I can change that. And now I have a year. That's all. This is my demo. Now you will like this dashboard more because it is a formatted, but exactly what you have there is now I already prepared in maybe 11, so 14 minutes. And it is exactly same. I can filter the data, I can filter the project manager, even I can filter the highs only for that project manager and get the view in second. So the purpose of showing you this is that first thing, it is free. So I'm not asking you to buy anything or I'm not selling anything. I'm showing that with this tool, which is free, you can use any data source. I'm not talking about Excel. In this case, I have used Excel, but you can connect to your SQL server, text file. It even can read the PDFs. If you have a POs and all, then it can read many things. When you start exploring, you will know that what is the possibility with this software. Another thing I want to tell you is, hey, this is free. Why Microsoft is giving free? So this is free for personal use. If you want to use this for, say, you want to share this information with company wide, right? You want to see this information on a mobile, right? There is a free mobile app also on a mobile on the go. In that case, there is another label. So you prepare nice dashboard, you publish it. So you can publish it to the Power BI services, which is paid. Once you publish it, then only you can share within the organization, share the live data. So it is $10 per month, I believe, per person. So uh, the service is definitely $10 per month, but this personal use, it is 100% free. You can customize the way you want. You can input the billion. Even I have imported billion row. That that big this software is, like it is Excel on steroid. It's a very quick data processing engine behind Power BI. So uh, I I I think at this point, if anybody has any question they have raised, I can answer that and then move forward if it is critical. Otherwise, we can keep question to the end.
Hi, Vivek. We do have some questions. If you want, I can read those questions to you and you can answer them, or we can wait till the end and answer them all.
Okay, so if it is critical, I will answer, because now this preparation is done. I'm going back to the presentation. So if anything related to this, I can show it to them if it is related to that.
Okay, so I mean, the first question was, what program is this? Which I think that we have covered that.
Mhm.
How do you approach creating one of these dashboards? How can one decide what elements or attributes that we need in the dashboard?
Yeah, so I will start by saying that your reporting could be as simple as my task list. How many completed, how many are in a project you have task list, how many completed. I just want to track the late project, so late task. So start time, end time is there. And if my today's date past the end time, then I'm late. So it could be as simple as that. And even it can be complex as anything. Like you can have millions of row and multiple dimension to slice and dice. So there is no one set rule that what type of data set I need to use for this. It could be simple and it could be complex.
Okay, excellent. Could you suggest a learning path for someone interested in using the Power BI? Do you want to answer that, or did you want to save that to the end?
Yeah, like I can explain, but if you type in download Power BI desktop, this is free entire thing. Even you can go to your Microsoft Store if you have Windows device. Just go to store and search for Power BI. You can download from there also. So that was the one question, how you can start using it. Learning curve. Once you download this, see this help area, and let me expand so you can see. It has everything you need to know. When I say everything, you don't need to. If you want to go advanced, definitely there are some courses on LinkedIn Learning, Purell site, and all. But if you are just beginner, you don't need anything. There are 2 or 3 minute short videos, like training videos. When you click there, there are short training videos. So for you to get started, like Power BI short. It is not long videos also. Some of them are, but the training videos are short videos. So it is very easy to get into Power BI and at least start exploring. Guided learning is also there, so it will guide you step by step how to use Power BI. So best thing is this the application is free download. Go to help, you have ton of help. I would suggest that if you are starting, start with the help this area. So having said that, I'm going to move to the presentation and then we can go deeper into question and answer. That's okay.
Excellent. Yes, thank you, Vivek.
Okay, so uh, we have we have done most of the things that uh, you know Power BI has a complex visualization, all the options here that can give you a very good idea about how quickly I want to do the analysis and all. It can even like if you want to put it on the map. Oh, I clicked it at the wrong place, so let's go back. So if you want to see the results on a map, I can put a region here. It understands the region, but a region is east, so it will not understand. But if you have city here, then you can put it and it will show you on city for those project progress and everything. I'm going to go back to the presentation so I can show you some other art of possibility. Now, when I was talking to you is when you move this to the Power BI services, which is paid version $10 per month, you have a multiple option. You can share it with anybody, and anytime update is there, everybody sees the update. But once you have that service, your PowerPoint presentation becomes your interactive dashboard. So if you see here, I have same dashboard in my PowerPoint presentation here. And if I go in presentation mode, say I'm presenting to management, not only I can present the overall data, but in PowerPoint also it is interactive. So see here how easy it is. My PowerPoint is interactive. I can, during the presentation, if somebody asks, I can filter the data and show that, okay, this is on my slide. So the benefit of this is for entire data, you are preparing one place, but when you are presenting, nobody can say that, hey, can you show northern region, and you have to go back and, oh, let me open another present. No, you have one dashboard. You have one single version of truth. You are a data driven decision maker. You are in a presentation and you can filter the data and show them right there interactively. So this is another benefit when you publish the data to the web and then use a Power BI. Not that we need it, but it is an option. Your PowerPoint presentation is now live dashboard. Going to the next slide. Um, there are other art of possibility. I wanted to show you some sample report that how attractive, how well thought of report you can create so that it is easy to read. And one thing you'll notice in the report that I have shared is I don't have anywhere the line level information that gives you, oh, I need to read what is the percentage per particular project and all. I didn't show you the detail level information because reports are not made to make a decision at the line level. Yes, reports drives you to the insight that, hey, I need to work on particular. So when you create a report, obviously the first page you do is to give you 360-degree view of all project from particular area, and then you drive your decision. You have next page which gives you idea about, hey, now I want to dig deeper because there is a problem here. What do I do? I want to dig deeper. uh, Considering, say, as a project manager, I have 10 project, but one project is going more than forecasted. I'm spending more than forecasted. There must be something. When I want to do that, create another page, and then which is by project level, and then I dig deeper. So the option, you start with high level, identify the red flag, It's not only the red flag, the good project, if it is going good, why it is going good compared to others. That is also, as a project manager, you should be thinking that where this data is taking me, and how I can drive a good behavior, and how I can explore the actionable insight from my data. So just to give you idea about some of the well formatted report, like if you are in a sales, simple dashboard, high level information here, nice color, nice matching with the logo, KPIs at the top, and breakdown at the bottom, and what is my output. This type of information, this type of visual information can drive the actionable insight. If you have a detailed information you want to this is what I was trying to show you, but I don't have the city name. So if you have a city name and even street address, you can plot it, and those will be interactive. So if you click here, everything will filter by city, so you can focus on actionable insight. Again, this is simple, like uh, report. So it depends upon what is your customer, whether internal or external need, and how you want to show data. So that you can help them get decision faster, but try to make it as simple as possible. uh, I'm done with my presentation. I would like to have a good question and answer session. Whoever has a question, I think I will be able to answer now. I didn't want to make it too complicated, because I know when question starts coming, sometime you 10 minutes is not enough, and sometime there are no questions. So
Okay, thank you, Vivek. Yes, I can certainly read the questions that we have. Our first question is, how do you approach creating one of these dashboards? How can one decide what elements or attributes that we need in the dashboard?
I would say you can start with say if you are creating for yourself, right? Then you decide that what you want to do. But if you are creating for uh, s- some customer, or maybe somebody uh, who who has a need to see this type of reports and all, then I would say best person to advise you is uh, the person who is requesting information. Now, how do you decide what to put where? Mostly you will know that, say you have a data. Let me open that data set. So, yeah, so when you look at this data, right? When you look at this data, very quickly you can tell from here is you have a project name. So what are the numbers and what are the dimensions? You first identify that. So this is one of the dimension. When I say dimension, that means this, with what information you can slice the numbers. So when I say dimension, I can slice it by project manager, I can slice it by project name, I can slice it by complexity. So identify the dimensions, that is dimension, and identify the numbers. So it could be number, could be your project benefit, project cost, and complexity. So separate both, and then think about it that, okay, what dimension I can combine with my numbers that makes sense for me or somebody who is asking. It's as simple as that. You ask question to yourself, do you want to see project by project manager? uh, yeah, I think project by project manager will be good idea. But another person may think that, hey, project manager here, I have project by uh, sum of complexity, but I want to see the numbers like project cost. I can create it differently. It is up to me or up to the customer to define the problem and you give a solution. So I think that will help.
Okay, next, are you ready for your next question?
Yes.
Excellent. Our next question is from Abigail. How do you recommend we obtain the data needed to determine project complexity and other relevant parameters for informed decision making? Additionally, who should we consult to ensure this data is available for input into Power BI?
So, see, there is not any specific format that Power BI you need to import. It is available. Almost any type of data is available to import in Power BI. So you can bring your data. Uh, if you don't have access and availability, if somebody has access, they can export in Excel. Once it is in Excel, you can analyze data. If it is a SQL server, like big organization and all, they may have some SQL server data, or they may have database in SAP, right? This can connect directly to SAP. You may have a project online, right? You may have a project online to manage multiple projects. Power BI has a direct connector to project online. Then, like if I go to more here, and all I have to do is search for that. So uh, see, those there are so many options here that you can use right away. If you have this particular application, you can right away pull data. So it connects to the project online, it connects to the SAP, it connects to the any Microsoft application, even your uh, Oracle ERPs like BAN and all. It connects directly to the database. So the only limitation is, do you have access? Do you have direct access? If not, then is it possible to download the report and then make use of that data? I think possibilities are limitless. Around 300 connectors you have here that you can connect with Power BI.
Thank you, Vivek. Our next question is, what is the co-pilot that can help in this software?
Okay, so somebody knows Power BI or Copilot. So, uh, Copilot application is more to help you get started. So, there are, say, if you want to write a formula. So, here, uh, this type of, there is no formula written here, but I can create one formula. So, when you want to modify data, say you have a unit and you have number of unit and you have a price for that product, right? So you want to calculate the sales total, so you multiply unit to the price, and that gives you total sales for that day, right? So when you want to do that, you add you can add the new column, like in Excel you multiply. I can add a column here, say new column, and I can write formula. So when you have those type of scenarios, Copilot can help you write those type of formula just by asking question to Copilot. Other option, other benefits. What is happening? Why? Okay, other benefits of Copilots are it can prepare the initial dashboard. So you, if you give a data and ask Copilot, hey, I want to prepare a project management dashboard, it can create a shell for you, something like this what I did. It can give you some idea, it can automatically create for you, but you have to customize. Copilot is there to help. Some most of the organization they don't have it, but who has it, you can start using right now. and Copilot will help you every other way to reduce your workload. It is one way, you know, AI algorithms applied when you write project management dashboard. It knows where to go. It reads your data and identify which data they should put it. It does it automatically, all those things.
Excellent.
It reduces your work, but it doesn't eliminate your work.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vivek. From Roger, is there a specific format that the data needs to be, or does Power BI sort through the data you give it?
Uh, yes, the better the data is, better the results you will get here. So, if you have a date field and somebody write by tomorrow, and you try to pull that field, it will mess up because there should be date there, not by tomorrow. By tomorrow is text. So Power BI helps you. I didn't go into that area, but now that you are asking, I will quickly show that there is a transformation area also in Power BI. I didn't want to go really into that too much, but since you have asked, okay, I am somehow it is not connecting to CSV. Okay, it is connected to the wrong CSV. I have, okay, now I will be able to show it to you. So it is not only power, what I showed you is after you clean data, but say this one here is all numbers, but is there any data I can use? Okay, this one. So if your data you receive, I'm going to change, replace that with, I'll throw the error so I can show it to you. So I'm just modifying data. If you receive something like this, and then you try to work on it, you are going to get errors when you change, because this is short date, right? If I make that as a date, I'm going to get an error. So you have to make sure that it is in particular format. But what I will do if I get this type of error, I need to clean my data. I have ways to clean in Power BI that I can signal out, I can remove all the errors. And now, yes, 5, 6 lines are deleted from your original data set, but I get good results. So there are way to, once you get in a raw format, there are ways to clean data, find out the errors and what are the errors. And if required, correct, go back to the Excel file and correct it. So there are ways to do in Power BI.
Okay, excellent. Our next question, you mentioned KPIs. How do you
Mhm.
determine what is a good KPI?
I would say when you think about KPI, think about at the highest level, uh, because you want to see the numbers. And good KPI is what you can compare. If I put here only the cost of the project, right? It's not giving me good idea. Why? Because it is giving me maybe 44 million there. But when you put in perspective right beside that, if you put the forecasted cost and actual cost. And when you see that number together, say my forecast, I'm just giving example. This is not the forecasted cost, but say my forecasted cost is 35 million and this is actual. Just within second, you can tell that I have gone more than forecasted. It is bad. So KPIs are the numbers that give you idea about the trajectory your business or project is going in a second. That is why all the tops are KPI. As we go down, normally KPI should be at the top because our human behavior is anytime we open something which is on paper like this, our eyes goes at the top. So it should be given highest importance in terms of reading data. And then as you notice, as I go down, I'm going into nitty gritty, like I'm going deeper into it. So KPIs, one number, but without comparison, that number means nothing.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on incorporating this in teams?
Well, uh, when you have a Power BI, it's just a click away uh, to incorporate that into team. Because when you are in a team, you have a drop down. Like it's like an app. You can simply add one more tab, which is called Power BI, and you can embed. If you publish it to the Power BI services, you can embed within team, and whoever has access within team, everybody can see that. So it's inbuilt. That you don't have to do anything. It is already options are there for embedding.
Excellent. We have two more questions from Carmen. Can you see the data in real time?
Yes, you can see that in real time also. Like for using real time data uh, in a Power BI services, you may have to connect the real time data. So say uh, I have done many projects on real time analytics, and one of the example I can give is a chlorine level on for the pool, right? The swimming pool. Uh, there is a company, huge company that maintains those type of facility, and they have to monitor. And we had a sensor there, so it was every 5 seconds it will read and show you in a graph. Okay, with is it within the control limit? Is it less than? It is between the control limit or not? As soon as it tries to go away, you get alarm in Power BI saying that hey, red flag. Other example could be you have a pump and there is a bearing temperature, right? Or you have a truck, that mining truck, and you have oil temperature. If you are monitoring those type of data in real time, you know you can take preventative measure and save company a ton of money by predicting this, by predicting the failure. If bearing temperature is going high, that means within 5 6 days it may fail, so I need to take action. I need to have a backup pump and I need to take action, take it off, do maintenance. If my oil temperature is too high, then I need to take action. Otherwise, there is some other maintenance may be required. So possibilities are unlimited. Like nowadays in a new car, it tells you your tire pressure is low, right? So there are sensors, there are IoT sensors available for lot of options are opened up, and any IoT sensors you have which is emitting the numbers, you can connect that to Power BI in real time. I just gave you few example, but possibilities are limitless.
Excellent. Thank you. So, from Roger, can the data be a live link to Excel or other imported data sources? Will it sync?
Excel is already imported, so live link cannot be possible. But yes, if you modify something in Excel and come here and refresh, it will refresh automatically. It will refresh, it will bring the new data. But if you are talking about, say, in Excel, I change it and without doing anything, it will change data here. No, because Excel itself is uh, not, it is imported data, it is static data. But if you are connected to ERPs, right? So when you are connected to ERPs and data changes like purchase order and everything changes so fast, number of purchase order and all. So if those type of systems are there in Power BI, there are option to refresh at certain intervals. So you can refresh and every half an hour uh, with a premium like a higher skew. You can even refresh more frequently. So yes, uh, you don't need to go and manually refresh. Once you use a Power BI services, there are setting in there, you do it once. I have done many settings like that, that since last 2 year I didn't touch. I'm refreshing every day that dashboard, but I didn't. So you need, there are options, you need to set it up once and then it runs automatically.
That's great. Okay, there's one last question before we wrap up from Dow. Does it show trend line?
Oh yeah, so let's very quickly show the demo because this is open. It gives you trend line very easily. So say let us focus on this. You have this data, you want to know the average. Very easily you go here and see, you can set up min max. You want to add an average line here, all you have to do is add and define the criteria, what average you want, right? Maybe sum of project cost, that is not going to be a good idea for average, but you can set up a different option like trend line. Also you can enter percentage line, trend line, constant line. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So that was our
Okay.
last question. If there are
Mhm.
no other questions, we're going to wrap up.
And we are at the top of the hour as well.
Yes. So thank you very much, Vivek, for that amazing presentation.
Thank you.